It's a beautiful night for baseball here at the Cho Airport Field. Brian Portney alongside Luke Stefanisco as the Charlottesville Tom Sox look for its first win of 2026 as they take on the visiting Waynesboro Generals. Hello everybody and welcome to this presentation of Tom Sox Baseball here on Tom Sox TV. It's 0-4 versus 4-0. Waynesboro with its best start since 2014. What are really the keys to the game that the Tom Sox need to do to kind of get it back in their favor?
Well, Charlottesville hasn't had the complimentary baseball that Waynesboro has. When you look up and down the VBL rankings this season for both squads, Waynesboro is tops for most statistics league-wide in this point. They lead in batting average. They lead in a lot of offensive categories, on-base percentage, second in slugging percentage. But on the pitching side of things, they're also tops in ERA. They have the most shutouts this season, the lowest batting average against in the league. They've been impressive on both sides. Charlottesville hasn't had that. You go back to yesterday's loss to Purcellville, a 5-2 game where the bats never really came alive. There wasn't a single RBI in that game from any of the Charlottesville hitters. Both runners scored on passed balls. That 5 runs that the pitching staff allowed was one of the best games this team has pitched all season long. And it's been at points where you feel like they can get there and they can have that kind of outing. But the lack of arms in the beginning of the season has really plagued this Tom Sox team. And I think it started to wear on the hitters who've kind of had to bore the brunt of that and try and score as much as they can offensively. That's why you're seeing the things slow down. Charlottesville's got some reinforcements from all across the college baseball world in to help pitch. They should be in a much better spot. Randy Tomlin's made some changes to the lineup, including a new face out at short. Should be well suited to get some better results on the diamond today.
Yeah, it's Xavier McCory, and we'll go through the entire defensive alignment for the Tom Sox. In the outfield from left to right, it'll be Lucas Ream in left. Out in center will be Tanner Crater, and in right will be Eli Hurt. For the infield from third to first, it'll be the third baseman Grayson McCollum from Kennesaw State, Xavier McCory from Liberty, and the second baseman Ben Cardone from VMI, and then the first baseman Tommy Lansness, who's currently in the portal. And behind the plate today, catching for the Tom Sox is Dom Caffarillo, and on the bump is Henry Knighton, right-handed pitcher out of George Washington.
Yeah, Knighton's had some issues with command through his first 2 starts, walked 5 batters, struck out 2, but you definitely see the potential is there. Got a nice fastball, and when he's able to locate it well, his off-speed stuff kind of parallels alongside it. He's familiar with this Waynesboro team, saw some action in that opening day contest against the Generals. They tallied a couple runs on him late. He's going to look to get some revenge here today against this Waynesboro lineup that's had a ton of success against every Valley League arm they've seen this season.
And now taking a look at that Waynesboro lineup, leading off is the shortstop Nick April Gaff, and then moving over to the catcher is Christian Knight, the designated hitter Jake Mueller, the first baseman Bryce Abbott, third baseman Robbie Dimitri, and the left fielder Sam Guth, the second baseman Hunter Wallace in the 8th spot, or in the 7th spot, Aiden Ottavino, the right fielder in the 8th spot, and then Kealo Smith rounding out the order as the center fielder. Nick April Gath obviously being the VBL South Hitter of the Week and looks to keep that prowess up today.
Yeah, it's been impressive for this Waynesboro team just to be at the level where they are. You go back to the playoffs last season, they had a little under 20 players on their playoff roster in this stadium against Charlottesville, and it seemed as if that was the lowest point they could be at, and they've really rebounded well with Mike Galino coming in from Florida Southwestern, Jay Causey, Hunter Kahn Beck. Those 3 at the helm of this Waynesboro team have reignited the Generals into what they once were, which was a powerhouse in the Valley League.
Nick April Gath steps up to the plate, a rising junior from Florida Southwestern State. The first pitch is now underway from Knighton, and it's in there. Down Broadway for a strike at 7:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This next pitch comes in the 0-1. Shows bunt pole is back regardless. That is strike 2. Nick April Gath, part of Florida Southwestern State. And I mean, you're really going to be seeing that all across the roster, especially with the coaching staff being part of that. Florida Southwestern coaching staff as that one 0-2 goes outside.
And that's certainly good to have that as a coach, where you're able to bring some guys that you're very familiar with, that you know what they're capable of, and have on your roster when you're venturing into a new summer ball team like Mike Galino is. And I think it's paid off in the early run.
1-2. That one is ripped foul to the left side by the seating area outside of the Charlottesville High School. We are currently on the campus of Charlottesville High School. As now April Gath steps back into the plate. Also played for VCU in 2025. As the 1-2. Swing and a miss. The first punch out by way of Henry Knighton. Down to Nick April Gath, and it's 1 away.
Yeah, that's what Henry Knighton is capable of when he has his stuff. He's able to use that fastball, gets 2 early strikes on April Gath, then goes to the bender, and it's tough to lay off when it's righty on righty like that for April Gath, and that pitch is coming in from the inside, moving to the outside. Tough adjustment for any hitter to make.
That's going to bring up Christian Knight. First pitch he sees is off for that and missed. 5'7", 175 pounds in the lefty batter's box. Here from Concord Township, Ohio. Also played some ball at Wagner College. The 0-1 is down low, and it's 1-1. Taking a look at Henry Knighton, a top 500 recruit nationally. And the 1-1 is outside.
And he made 3 starts at George Washington as a freshman, so he's been in this kind of spot before, being a spot starter. Randy Tomlin used him out of the bullpen in the early part, now moving him to the starting role.
2-1 is outside. It's 3-1, and Knighton also having 11 strikeouts and 14 innings pitched. 12 games overall, mainly out of the bullpen for the Revolutionaries, as the 3-1 is in there for a strike. Let's make it a full count. Bases are empty here in the top of the first. Payoff pitch. It's down low. He flips the bat, and he'll get there to first on a walk.
That's what Knighton can't allow. He's allowed 5 of them in his previous appearances. It's when the walks start piling up that hitters go up and tend to be more aggressive at the plate against him. That's where they can do some damage against Knighton.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, Jake Mueller. First pitch is in there. A little off speed, some nice vertical movement from Knighton. Slight lead off first for Knight. Knighton checks back there just with his head. He comes back the 0-1. And that one is off the bat, and that gets down for a base hit. The first hit of the game for the Waynesboro Generals comes off the bat of Jake Mueller into shallow left field.
Yeah, it was a slow breaking ball that caught too much of the plate. And good job by Jake Mueller not trying to do too much with that pitch. You see some hitters try to go yard on a pitch like that. That might be considered a mistake. Mueller didn't try to crush it, just wanted to put a nice swing on it and pass the baton to the guy next in the order.
That'll bring up Bryce Abbott. Got on base 3 of the 5 plate appearances in the opener against the Tom Sox. First pitch he sees is taken outside. 1-0. Waynesboro in that opener had 7 runs on 10 hits, also had 3 errors. That's now Knighton ready. 1-0, gets away to the backstop. Both runners advance, and now 2 runners in scoring position for the Generals. For those of you keeping score at home, that'll be a wild pitch. Guess we could say that.
Yes, we can.
Our Presto Sports statistician agrees with us.
Chris Cullinan, excellent job over to our left.
Big shout out to him. Now 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out, so that leaves the base of first open. Henry Knighton steps back in the 2-0. That one is popped up just outside of the infield. Calling everybody off to make the catch, and no tag is the left fielder in Lucas Ream. So 2 away here in the top of the first.
Nice out there from Knighton to control the damage. Abbott did what he wanted to do and elevate and give Mueller and Knight a chance to advance, but didn't get the distance he wanted on that swing, and then an easy out for Ream if Knight tried to advance.
Brings up Robbie Dimitri. The first pitch he sees is on the ground of the third base side. McCollum flips the first, and it's in time. Knighton limits the damage 2 runners in scoring position, left on base. So now it'll be Waynesboro 0 and Charlottesville up to bat when we come back.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
Back now here at Show Airport Field, the Charlottesville Tom Sox up to bat, and they'll be facing off against Trey Gradon for the Waynesboro Generals. But we'll take a look at the starting lineup for your Tom Sox. Leading off, they'll be far and away the best hitter and the best bat for the Tom Sox, Tanner Crater out in center, and Ben Cardone at second. Tommy Lansness at first base and in the 3 spot. In the cleanup spot will be Grayson McCollum. Yesterday it was Luke Craddock. And then in the 5 spot is Christian Dewey, the designated hitter. Then the left fielder, Lucas Ream. Right fielder, Eli Hurt. Catcher, Dom Caffarillo. And rounding out the order is the shortstop, Xavier McCory. Should be a lot to see, but especially out of Tanner Crater, who just 2 days ago and in the home opener went 3 for 4, ended up having the most hits out of any Tom Sock this season so far, and his numbers have reflected it.
Yeah, Brian, well, you talk about Tanner Crater, and for him being a recent high school graduate, you wouldn't think it. His approach is a lot more disciplined than most young hitters, and his swing profile's a lot better than most high school guys, and probably being from the left-handed batter's box helps him out a little bit. But you really see it. And his swing kind of reminds me, and I guess his poise as a whole reminds me of former Tom Sock James Nunnally. 2 kind of going hand in hand out of the lefty batter's box.
First pitch is fouled off. James Nunnally now at Mississippi State. They are competing in the Super Regionals.
Nunnally, a very similar case, though. Came in to Charlottesville after he graduated high school and was drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers, but committed to the University of Virginia, where he played his freshman year. And they just kind of 2 similar situations, both guys very similar.
0-1 is by the shoot tops and inside to even up the count. And you talk about it, it really should be an interesting profile so far, getting a mix of hard contact and patience at the plate, which you don't see often from an incoming freshman committed to Sewanee University. That one looks to get down, and will get down for a base hit. He's rounding first, headed to second. The throw is not in time. A sliding double and a leadoff for Tanner Crater.
And his ability to go the other way has been a big part of his approach at the plate early on in the season. He had the opposite field single yesterday to lead off the ball game for the Tom Sox, and that one right there, just taking a pitch on the outer half, putting it down the left field line, then hustling to second. Not many young guys in all of college baseball, or let alone baseball as a whole, can do something like that. Tanner Crater has been special in the early goings for Charlottesville.
Crater poking it out to all fields. And that improves Tom Sox to 8 for 32 on the season from the leadoff spot, batting .250. Now that'll bring up Ben Cardone, batting .111 on the year. First pitch he sees is down low, and it gets away. He's looking for third. No throw. The first run of the game is 90 feet away. Tanner Crater getting the use of the jump.
And Crater has that combo of speed and contact at the plate, so you can see him be aggressive on the base paths. You saw it with him taking second on that outfield knock. Right there, the poise to advance on that wild pitch.
Now leads the team with 6 stolen bases. The 1-0 as a chopper, and it'll get down. Throw to first is in time, but the runner scores at Crater. So now it's 1-0.
That's your everyday 4-1 putout. Not usually seeing that a lot in your scorebooks, but a little bit of confusion over there between Abbott, Wallace, and Graydon on the mound. That led to Graydon having to get over there and cover.
That'll bring up Tommy Lansness. Played in the spring at Ball State. Batting .214 on the year and 14 at-bats for the summer. First pitch he sees is up high. Missed on the off speed. Might have been a little changeup he was looking for on that one. Now stepping back to the lefty batter's box is Lansness. Going with the 1-0. Down the chute in there for a strike. Bases are empty with 1 gone. Tom Sox taking the lead on the grounder of the little 4-1 put out that we just saw. Lansness ready. Watches that one, unable to paint the corner. It's 2-1. Now he's back into the box. 2-1 is fouled off.
Yeah, Lance is another one of the lefties on this Tom Sox lineup that likes to go the other way, has gone the other way. A couple of his hits in the early part of this summer. It's been a theme of the Sox season. A lot of guys not really trying to dead pull the ball, but instead being the best hitter that they can and working the opposite way when the opportunity arises.
Slight pole shift on the 2-2. That one is grounded at first, and that will get out of play. Lansness originally coming from Allegheny College, then he went to Ball State, and he's now in the transfer portal. Also a native of Richmond, Virginia. It was more of a recruiting campaign this year to bring a lot of guys back to the Old Dominion State and play for the Tom Sox. 2-2. Up high. And that will load the count full. A lot more from the lefty batter's box here as you kind of saw yesterday as well. But now, 1 man gone. Top Sox lead 1-0. The 3-2 is down low. Ball 4. And Top Sox keep the line moving.
Yeah, it's just good at-bats is what Charlottesville has been searching for consistently all season long. Ones like that. From Lansness working the count full, battling back to earn the walk. Charlottesville didn't walk in the first game against Waynesboro, so already a much-needed step up for Charlottesville in this first inning.
I mean, you definitely see really also patience at the plate yesterday. Walked on the leadoff as a first pitch not coming yet, but yeah, I mean, in the 6th, 7th, and 8th, the Tom Sox led off by drawing a walk. It's now back with the first pitch. That one is fought foul by the Tom Sox dugout. No balls and a strike. Their batter steps back in. Grace McCollum pops that one up. Throws the bat over. And Grace McCollum is gone 2 away.
That's the at-bat that Charlottesville doesn't consistently want, is that early count pop-up, try to do too much damage. McCollum's been one of their better hitters, but that time right there, just not the swing you want in the moment. He's done it other times throughout the summer, but it's not what you want right now in this game, especially when you have the momentum against Graydon in this first.
They do have the 1-0 lead. First pitch to Christian Dewey. It's fouled off, so the runner in lands this will have to go back to first. Christian Dewey, sophomore from George Washington, hails from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Is ranked the number 26 outfielder in the Virginia class of 2025 per perfect game. Two of them and Prep Baseball report the two recruiting sites. For college baseball, the 0-1 is fouled off, so Braden is one pitch away from getting out of this one. The Tom Sox still do have that 1-0 lead.
And he's responded well to the early double from Crater and then the RBI with Cardone. Looked a lot better in the last few at-bats. Good battle with Lansness, but the hitter at the plate prevailed. He hasn't let that bother him.
No balls, 2 strikes, man at first. Pitch. That one is popped up just outside of the infield. Looking to make the catch, and does, is Wallace. And that will retire the side, but not after. Not before Tom Sox get a run across. It's 1-0. We head to the top of the second here on Tom Sox TV.
Girls and women in sports night, there are a number of
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer.
Back now here at the Cho Airport Field. Brian Portney alongside Luke Stefanisco. Tom Sox take a 1-0 lead. This first pitch is in there for a strike. Sam Guth up to the plate. The 0-1 is fought off, foul behind us. Guth 6'3", 200 pounds, and a rising junior. The 0-2. Check swing. They say he did go. So a leadoff strikeout. And the second punch out for Henry Knighton of the day. That'll bring up Hunter Wallace, sophomore from Lake Sumter State, part of the FCS and Division I of JUCO. This pitch is in there for a strike. Some good vertical movement from Knighton. Yeah, the FCS part of Region 8. That houses the Florida teams. Junior college, that one is fought off. McCollum fires first. It's in time, out number 2. That'll bring up Aiden Ottavino. Ottavino back in the first game. Went 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Takes his guts from the lefty batter's box, a little righty on lefty. First pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Middle infielders playing a bit deep with the Tom Sox. It's Knighton ready again, the 1-0. And that one is right to the first baseman, but it's misplayed, and there's going to be no throw. So Ottavino gets on by the E3.
Now batting, number 2, Kealo Smith.
Now to bring up Kealo Smith at the bottom of the order. He's center fielder. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but we appreciate you guys for bearing with us. First pitch, runs inside. Ball, no strikes. To Kealo Smith. 5'7", 145 pounds from VMI and a rising redshirt sophomore. 1-0. In there for a strike on the inside corner.
Smith has that small frame too, so it's tough to find the exact location on the corner and find the black against a guy like him, but certainly doable, and Knighton showed it there.
First throw back to first, and back in safely is the runner in Ottavino. Smith from Fishersville, Virginia. That's the 1-1. That one is ripped foul. Ottavino thought he had a jump on it. Now he's got to get back to first. But now Knighton just one pitch away from getting out of this jam, as was Graydon back in the bottom of the first. Now runner at first, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Waynesboro down 1-0 here in the top of the second. Knighton ready. Throw back and it gets away. Ottavino, after a bit of miscommunication, goes to second. And they're looking to fish that ball all the way out from the dugout.
And that's what tends to happen a lot in these summer leagues. Pitchers and first basemen sometimes aren't on the same page, especially in the early parts of the year. That one right there, Knighton just missed Lansness, who tried to make a play on it, couldn't get to it. And they're lucky Ottavino wasn't able to advance really any further than where he went.
As now it looks like the umpires are looking to discuss something. It might have been
They might talk about
interference.
interference is what I believe this conversation could be around. Lansness did try to lunge to make the play and may have interfered with Ottavino as Lansness went to go try and get the baseball. So that could be part of the equation here they're going to try and figure out.
Quick discussion. Is over. It looks like regardless, there'll be a runner in scoring position at Ottavino. Mike Galino, head coach of the Generals, going out to talk to home plate umpire. And that quick conversation is now over. But it'll still be a ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Tom Sox holding a 1-0 lead. Henry Knighton back to the bump. Looking to keep a runner stranded. And Ottavino. 1-2. That one chopped on the ground and foul on the Waynesboro dugout. Still a good job of fighting off the foul balls and fighting off the 2 strike counts. And now Knighton's got to hone in here. It is really a mental game. One, 2. Swing and a miss. 3 punch outs for Henry Knighton today. And that will do it here from the top of the second. A runner stranded on second as we head to the bottom of the inning. Tom Sox, 1-0 lead. We'll be right back.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team...
Always happy to have more people as part of our group, so thank you.
Back now here at the show, Brian Portney alongside Luke Stefanisco here as Tom Sox lead 1-0. Knighton getting out of the jam after runners stranded at second and Aiden Ottavino. Tom Sox 1 for 1 tonight, 8 for 32 on the season as the leadoff batter, as Lucas Ream almost ready to go.
Okay, Hannah, back to you.
So now that was
Now batting, number 40, Lucas Ream.
back to the start here. From the righty batter's box, Lucas Ream from Shippensburg at the D2 level, also a native of Carlisle, Pennsylvania. First pitch he sees, runs inside. It's 1-0. Ream spending some time in left field. That's where he started the season. Also went to center field. And is now back in the lineup. It's 1-0 inside. Was also a designated hitter for one of the games.
Yeah, they've moved him around a lot, and I think he's played himself well into a spot in the lineup in the early part of the season, a 300 batting average across 10 at-bats. He's been really, really good for the Sox team.
2-0 is in there for a strike. It gets one back. No green light there from him. Ream on the season also has 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. 2-1. That one is popped up and shallow left. Looking to call everybody off is April Gath from his shortstop position, and there's one away.
Now batting, number 19.
And as a case of Ream trying to elevate too much, he certainly has the power to conquer that left field fence. Got a little bit too underneath that one, and a good pitch from Graydon to get the out there.
As now that'll bring up Eli Hurt from the 7th spot and right fielder tonight from Seminole State College. First pitch he sees does not catch the zone. It's 1-0. His college teammate Chase Jackson not in the lineup tonight, but those two dominating the stolen base numbers. 2 balls, no strikes when they were at Seminole State College. Chase Jackson himself having 23 stolen bases, and as for Eli Hurt, he had 20, both of which in 27 attempts. The 2-0 is in there for a strike. So far, only 1 walk by Lansness back in the first. And also, the only hit being the Crater one. That one is fought off and foul from Hurt. Takes his Sunday stroll down to first and comes back. So now it's 2-2.
And again, Hurt's another guy they've moved around the outfield. Started opening day in center, now in right. I don't think he's seen any time in left, but not out of the realm of possibility. Randy Tomlin likes to mix up his outfields, especially in the early part of a season where no one's really locked down a certain position. maybe except for Tanner Crater, who's been at center and leadoff the past 3 games.
Crater showing exactly why, but now the 2-2 pitch comes in. That does not clip the zone. Loads the count full. On deck looks to be Dom Caffarillo from Georgetown. 3-2. That one at third base side. Quick fire to first. Hurt does not beat the tag. And 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Hurt does look to be down right now. Head coach Randy Tomlin coming over to take a look at it. We'll take a quick break here on Tom Sox TV.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer.
Back now here at the Cho Airport Field. Hurt goes to the dugout. Still no sign yet on a pinch runner. But it will bring up Benji Cardone. Tom looks to get back to third base. But first, he will denote the pinch runner. No. Well, not the pinch runner. He'll just
Now batting,
look for his replacement in the lineup. It's now Dom Caffarillo steps in with 2 outs.
Thanks, Randy.
Tom Sox 7 for 39 this season when it comes to 2-out situations. Thomas Abel, the first base coach for the Tom Sox, and the head coach Randy Tomlin, the third base coach. That one is fouled off from Caffarillo. Tomlin, also a coach at Liberty Christian Academy, is quite the run for LCA. Goes down in the section playoffs against Spotswood back on Tuesday. 0-1 pitch. It's up high, 1-1.
LCA is always a competitive bunch, and that's credit to what Randy Tomlin has built over there, the Bulldogs over in Lynchburg. He's done a good job with that program, especially with his ties to Liberty University and just the entire Virginia area.
That one's fouled. Fouled off, and once again, Graydon 1 pitch away from trying to keep the line clean after letting up a run back in the first. Tom Sox offense looking to get back into it after only 2 runs yesterday. 1-2. Does not catch the zone. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Always got to watch for a call. steps back in. The bases are empty. Here in the bottom of the second, 1-0 ball game. Tom Sox lead. 2-2, and that one will not get down. It's fouled by the Tom Sox bullpen and right. And he loves to see another pitch. Cafferillo, 21 games, 12 starts for the Hoyas this year out of the Big East Conference. 2-2. In there, called strike 3. That will end the inning. The Tom Sox go down in order 6, 7, 8 as we head to the top of the third. Waynesboro down 1-0.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
Top of the third, set and ready to go. Defensive alignment change for the Tom Sox. Out and right will be Kai Aoki in place of Elijah Hurt, who was down back in the bottom of the second. It was a scoreless frame for the Tom Sox, and now back to the top of the order for the Waynesboro Generals and Nick April Gath. April Gath from VCU and Florida Southwestern State. Struck out back in the first.
Nick April Gath.
And as we had said before, the VBL South hitter of the week. No doubt about that one. First pitch is in there for a strike. 7-1. Knighton, a lot more control in this game based on the past 2 games that he's had. As the 0-1 is right back up the middle, and a misplay by the shortstop in McCory. Looks like that might go down as a E6.
Now batting, number 30.
Scorer Chris Cullen is actually going to disagree with us on that and rule it a single. Tough play up the middle, regardless for McCory, especially one of the first chances he's had as a Tom Sock. That one can go either way. Good job by Chris on the call.
Runner goes. The throw to second is offline. Misses the ball, McCory. And I guess you could say he's been thrown into the fire early. But, I mean, you always got to be ready for anything that comes to you as a shortstop. The 0-1. That is driven down into right center. And making the catch is Crater. And he looks the runner back to second.
Yeah, Crater showcased a good arm in the early part of the season. It's one aspect of his game we haven't really touched on. Defensively, he's been sound out there in center yesterday. Nearly made a throw that cut down a runner at the plate. Sam Summerlin just missed the tag on the runner as he crossed the plane. Crater's been able to do it on both ends for Charlottesville, and that's got to be something encouraging, especially when you're still trying to figure out a lineup, to have a stalwart you can put out in center field and trust day to day.
Now the next pitch is fouled to the backstop. Jake Mueller had that single back in the first. Advanced via the wild pitch to second and was left stranded there. But it has been great to see both at the plate and in the field for Tanner Crater. The University of the South, K. Sewanee commit. Looking to do great things there. They're first in Charlottesville. 0-1 is broken foul. It's 0-2. It was Christian Knight who got out via the fly out in the last at bat.
You spoke about it earlier, Portney, but Henry Knighton's been great today, and I think it might be the mentality change of going from the bullpen to being a starter where, Knighton might just enjoy being the one that Randy Tomlin has put his trust in to get this game started for the Tom Sox.
0-2 in there, called strike 3. His 4th punch out of the day. And now that'll bring up the cleanup guy, Bryce Abbott.
Yeah, and save for the walk in the second half bat of the game, Knighton's really been ahead of batters, which is something that he needed to work on after his first 2 outings. He's been much, much improved today.
Especially has only 1 walk to 4 punch outs. So now that brings up Bryce Abbott. Now a bit of a pickle for April Gath. The throw back to second is offline. April Gath is going to be able to cruise into third. And now the tying run is 90 feet away with 2 away. Just a tough break there. Bryce Abbott popped up to the left fielder. And Lucas Ream back in the first. That was his second out. Knight in another tough situation, looking to get out of it here. First pitch. Trickles downstairs, and it's 1-0. Bryce Abbott at Longwood this year, 17 at-bats, batting 118. 1-0. And there for a strike. Able to get that one back in there with the same pitch.
And Knighton's been able to use that breaking ball well, mid-70s. But it doesn't have to be fast when you're able to get the break that he does on it and locate on that inner part of the zone. Tough for a righty to try and turn and burn.
1-1. Swing and a miss. And you talk about really you don't need a whole lot of velo for that to work. Go back to Lucas Cash's knuckleball. He says he wants to go to the MLB as a knuckleballer, and we've kind of seen that really start to improve with his strikeout numbers. And now back and ready, the 1-2 delivery. That one is ripped through the left field line. A run will score in Nick April Gath. It's 1-1 here at the show.
Yeah, that's where the breaking ball can hurt, when you leave it elevated in a spot where a hitter can get a hold of it. Abbott was on top of it, but able to get the barrel to it. It's a tough play for McCory or McCullum to get one that's hit that hard. Waynesboro knocks this one up.
It'll be Will Pearson coming out to just talk to this guy on the mound, Henry Knighton. So far, so good, but just a couple of hits that are looking to be punishing. 3 hits so far today. 4 strikeouts, just 1 walk. Will Pearson himself, coming in from Murray State, is where he coached this past spring. Also had some time pitching at Georgia and Iowa. Also was a former Tom Sock. And now Knighton ready to step back in. We'll bring up Robbie Dimitri. Grounded out to McCollum. That third back in the top of the first. That was the final out of the inning. Now a tie ball game here in the top of the third. First pitch. Bends inside of the zone. It's 0-1. Now he's ready to again the 0-1. Finds the zone. It's 0-2. Quickly, 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam.
Good bounce back for Knighton on the first 2 pitches. Just needs 3 to complete another very solid inning on the mound, giving his team a chance.
First to throw back, and that one gets away. But he will not move anywhere, the runner in Bryce Abbott. It kind of trickled off the first baseman and the first base umpire. And Tommy Lansness. Tommy Lansness being the first baseman and not the umpire. Just for those of you keeping score at home. Now no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in a tie ball game. Top of the third. Knighton with 0-2. Runner going. The throw there is not in time. Saw the safe signal, and then from our view almost looked like an out call, but still a 2-strike count for Henry Knighton. A runner in scoring position, no less. One, two. That ball gets away off to the backstop. Runner gets to third, and Abbott. And a tough situation makes the go-ahead run 90 feet away for the Waynesboro Generals. Generals with its best start since 2014. Tom Sox, its worst start since 2015, which is the inception of the Charlottesville Tom Sox franchise. But now the 2-2. That one cannot find the glove of McCollum. Waynesboro takes the lead. It's 2-1.
And it's the mistakes in the field that have cost Charlottesville early on in this contest. That one, certainly a play that McCollum should have made. He just came up on it too early, wanting to get that throw across in time. It gives Waynesboro a 2-run lead, albeit neither of these runs earned for Knighton.
So now that'll bring up Sam Guth, runner going. The throw to second is offline, and it gets into center. Dimitri will not go
Now
any
batting
further.
number 25, Sam Guth.
As the Tom Sox look to regain some control. And albeit still a fantastic outing so far from Henry Knighton. As we had talked about, 4 punch outs and just 1 walk. 1-0. It's down low. Yeah. Just an error here, a wild pitch there, but now he's ready. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here. Top of the third. That ball is a mile high. And gets into left center, and coming on to make the catch. It'll be Crater to end the inning, but not before Waynesboro strikes back with 2 runs of their own. It's 2-1. Tom Sox looking to get one back as we head to the bottom of the third.
Feeling lucky? Make sure to enter our 50.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference.
Back now here, bottom of the third, set and ready to go. The Tom Sox down 2-1 to the Waynesboro Generals. Brian Portney alongside Luke Stefanisco, and we just talked about it off air. The errors on the field kind of marring the Tom Sox so far.
Yeah, it's been self-inflicted wounds for Charlottesville. There's a good chance if they play clean baseball in that top of the third inning, they come out of the inning with 0 runs, but instead 2 runs come across for Waynesboro. They're taking advantage of every mistake that Charlottesville makes. That's what good baseball clubs do. That's what winning teams are capable of doing. When you're given the opportunity to have plays that extend the innings, you take them and you take advantage of them. And that's why Waynesboro's in charge of this game.
Now batting, number 54, Xavier
Waynesboro
McCory.
looking to improve upon their best start since 2014. Shout out to the Tom Sox looking for its first win of 2026. Xavier McCory steps in to the plate. First pitch he sees is going to be off the plate. 1-0. McCory had that pinch hit back in the last night when he was activated. Back in the 8th and grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. In the top of the 8th of that game. Purcellville Cannons, the home of the 2026 showcase between the Valley League and the Cal Ripken League, going away from the traditional All-Star game. Crater turns away and 3 balls, no strikes.
Okay. Think about it. The down that you see
Tanner Crater
line right there, that's 290 from home. So do you think it's bigger than this? Or
is up next, and he'll be up now as a 4-pitch walk taken by McCory. So leadoff walk for the Tom Sox. Back to what we were talking about.
Number 51, Tanner
They had a
Crater.
leadoff walk back in the 6th, 7th, and 8th of the Purcellville game last night. Now steps up to the plate as Tanner Crater has the lone hit for the Tom Sox of the game. That was a leadoff double back in the top of the 1st. Came around to score on that. As that's a drive into center. And coming in shallow, making the catch. And the runner gets back. And McCory making the catch there was Gallo Smith.
Now batting, 59, Ben Cardone.
And I'll bring up Ben Cardone. Well, first pitch swinging after the drawn walks that he's had so far.
I like the aggressiveness from Crater, though. Again, no shame in taking a first pitch hack, especially on a breaking ball that caught a lot of the plate. Could have barreled it up a little bit more, might have put it out.
50 miles an hour.
Definitely had that noise off the bat. His first pitch down low to Ben Cardone. Had the grounder back in the 1st, the untraditional 4-1. Runner going, the 1-0 is popped up and looks to get out of play. It will. Didn't look to hit anybody, which is a good thing. Now Ben Cardone, one of 2 Tom Sox with a home run this year, the other being Luke Craddock.
That's what I said. I said I would much
Now a runner at first with 1 away. Runner does not go here. Corey comes back. That ball is down low, 2-1.
I think that's just so bigger.
Cardone also pitched in the bottom of the 10th at a tough loss to
Sometimes you'll have a foul ball that goes into this.
Culpeper. Culpeper Cavaliers walking it off 10-7. Charlottesville coming back down 2 in the bottom of the top of the 9th though. That one is grounded to 3rd. Fires second on to 1st, and it is not in time. So on the fielder's choice, still going to be 1 away. Now that'll make it 2 away.
Now batting, number 24,
And near turn there for the Waynesboro defense. Not often you see a 5-4-3 turned at this level, but they gave their pitcher and Graydon a chance to get out of the inning. Good hustle from Cardone to beat out that throw to 1st.
Now that'll bring up Tommy Lances, drew a walk back to the 1st, and was left stranded at first base. First pitch he takes is off net and missed for strike 1. Lances, quite the collegiate career. So he had 28 games and 8 starts, batting .222 for the Cardinals. Runner going again, no throw. That'll be a stolen base. First of the game for the Tom Sox comes in the form of Xavier McCory.
Good hustle from Cardone there to get down to second.
Correction, Ben Cardone. Thank you for.
Didn't want to correct you too loud out, Portney, but that was Cardone. A good time to get on the base, Pats.
That was a. Yeah, but no better time than the present to get back in the refresher, kick off the rust of calling baseball games, and no better day to do it.
It's been a while, Portney. You called a lot of games for Penn State this season, as do I. A rough season for the Nittany Lions, but a lot of experience out of it. And good to be back in baseball.
Now that is going to find the glove out left, so Cardone gets stranded at second, and that'll be all. Tom Sox still down 2-1 as we head to the top of the fourth here from Cho Airport Field.
This half inning is brought
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference.
Back now here at the Cho Airport Field. New man on the mound is left-hander and Eric Davis. Henry Knighton goes 3 strong, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits allowed, 2 runs, and just 1 earned. But a good showing from the kid from George Washington.
Yeah, especially as an opener for this Tom Sox team where they need a couple innings out of a starter. You take 3 innings. Clayton Arm only went 2 1/3 yesterday, so Knighton provided more length than he did today, allowed the same amount of runs, albeit 1 earned compared to the 2 earned that Arma allowed yesterday. And he turned it over to Davis, a young arm, a guy that's freshly graduated high school, much like some of his fellow Tom Sox teammates in Will Yao and Tanner Crater.
now batting number 4.
Got a guy that can really use his breaking ball, but got some tough calls in the first appearance he made back on Sunday against Woodstock, hoping for a little bit of a friendlier zone here today.
Let up a walk and a hit. Was not able to record an out and 2 batters faced. As a native of Gordonsville, Virginia. He's committed to Roanoke and was recently activated earlier this week ahead of the home opener against the Woodstock River Bandits. The first pitch is a little swing and a miss stuff. And it's 0-1. Bringing up the next batter here in Hunter Wallace. Grounded out to third back in the top of the second as that one is inside, ball and a strike. There's that one. Tough hop, but a good play regardless, and they're back to first is in time. Benji Cardone on the putout.
Yeah, that was a weird lip in the field. And that ball hit and kind of shot up towards Cardone. Credit to him for handling that the way he did. That's a tough play that may not look as tough on your screen, but seeing that hop in person, that's a very difficult play for almost any second baseman to stay composed through.
Just some of the stuff you got to watch for a non-turf infield. And the features of that. The Cho Airport Field is obviously all grass from the infield to the outfield. one is in there. We're strike. Aiden Ottavino reached on an error back in the second and was left stranded. Now it's quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes. Davis working quick. Right fielder Ottavino in the lefty batter's box. From Mount St. Mary's watches that one go down. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Davis is finding the zone early and often. Again, had to deal with some runners on base his last appearance. Clean slate looks much better today.
2-2 off the plate. That loads count full. Ottavino, native of Collegeville, Pennsylvania, 6'4", 205 pounds. Collegeville, PA, also the site of Ursinus College in D3. As the 3-2 is knocked back, and that hop finally makes him pay. A hole in the glove for Benji Cardone, and a runner on base with 2 away.
And the ball giveth and the ball taketh. And right there, a late hop caught Cardone's glove. Tough play to make. Like you said, Brian, it can give and it can take, and the lip took away. The lip give a hit there, or an error, should I say, for Waynesboro on that one, and a base runner.
So Ottavino technically no plate appearances so far today, or it won't go against or for the on-base percentage. Reached on 2 errors. The throw back to first is back in safely. Kealo Smith ended the inning back in the second with a swinging strikeout. Another throw back to first. Almost looked like a balk, but was able to keep away from planting that foot. Davis is ready. That went up high. Smith steps back into the plate. Now the next pitch is off the plate. It's 1-0. Kealo Smith went 1 for 3, had a single in the season opener against the Tom Sox back on May 29th at Kate Collins Field. Another throw back. And back in safely is Aiden Ottavino. Have to try and keep that double play in play. As the 2-0 is smacked. And a tough play from McCollum. He does not make one. Runners at first and second.
Yeah, that's another odd play. That one will go as a single for McCollum. It touched the third base bag before he could backhand it. That's credit to a hit for Kealo Smith. Everything turning up Waynesboro this inning. Even their only out nearly was a base runner courtesy of the lip on the infield.
That was a good hop there played by Benji Cardone regardless. So now that goes back to the top of the order, Nick April Gath. As that one is fought off. A nice throw by Davis. As his only throw. And it's 2 away. Runners in scoring position now at second and third. Advances him up.
Now batting, number 30.
Good job of Davis staying composed there on that play. Always tough, especially for a younger pitcher, to field his own position there in that spot as a lefty. He stuck with it. Now he gets rewarded with a favorable matchup here to try and get himself out of the inning.
Lefty on lefty, yeah. No, it's pitchers or athletes too. I always love to talk about that in the words of, I'm going to say, Steven Scotch. With that. So now Christian Knight steps in. He's 0 for 1 with the fly out to center back in the third. That 2-run inning. The 0-1 is off the plate. That bounces out the count. Lefty on lefty matchup kind of makes working the glove side of it easier. So now Davis ready with the 1-1. Does work glove side, but that is indeed outside. 2 balls and a strike.
Good spot, though, on that pitch there from Davis. Nearly got the call on the corner. somewhere you probably want to live in a left-on-left matchup. Going to be tough for a lefty to try and poke that one in a pitch that's near the other batter's box.
Runners at second and third, 2 away. 2-1 is off for that and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Waynesboro with a 2-1 lead over the Tom Sox, featuring the first and last place teams of the VBL South in this early running. 2-2 off the plate. Let's count full. 4 errors for the Tom Sox so far today. We just got our tally, but still also 4 hits for the Generals and 2 runs to make of it. It's 2-1 for them. On the payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Little strikeout stuff. His first punch out of the night, and Eric Davis, and the rising freshman, and will set him down, but not before runners get stranded at second and third. And we'll be right back. Tom Sox trail 2-1. We head to the home half of the fourth.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches in our annual summer camps. It's a chance for kids ages 6 to 12 to learn from the past, present, and future.
New man on the mound for the Waynesboro Generals. It's Aiden White. He's southpaw from Eastern University. He's on the developmental varsity roster for the D3 squad and part of the Middle Atlantic Conference. The one of 2 Macs. Little Mac at plays confusion.
Never forget there's also a MAAC, now the Metro.
No, now it's called the Metro Conference.
But it was the MAC.
I always liked it as Mac.
Like a sheep. I can't really do the sheep, but good chance for the Tom Sox to get back on the board here and try and equal this one up. Some of their best hitters at the box.
That one is going to be rolled foul off the right field side. Graydon's day is done. After 3 innings of 1-run ball, he had 2 walks. Also 1 strikeout. Faced 12 batters. Now Grayson McCollum is ready. And he laces that one foul to the left field side this time. Talking about a hit to all fields player. Now it's just got to land it within the lines.
I was going to say, he's on the off speed from White, just has to find his timing. Didn't have the timing, certainly saw it well enough to get barrel the ball.
0-2. Down low. Tom Sox is 8 for 33 with the leadoff batter this season from the plate. The 1-2 is off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McCollum popped up to the first baseman. Back in the first baseman being Bryce Abbott. Now bounce, count the 2-2 pitch. Finds that one, found pretty good contact on that one. Might hit one of the cars.
That foul ball was brought to you by
Misses short of it.
Auto Body. Brookway Drive,
It's always a danger zone on that left side. You have the loop of Charlottesville High School Annex, as well as a lot of the parked cars here at the venue, so always risky to park over there.
Comes set with the leadoff 2-2. That one is back to the shortstop, and April Gath comes on, fires to first, and it is inside.
now batting, number 21.
So now that'll bring up the designated hitter in Christian Dewey. He popped up to the second baseman back in the first, ending the inning. Dewey was also one of the position players to pitch for the Tom Sox. Was able to help hold the line and help the Tom Sox offense get back into it in that game against Culpeper. It was a pretty fun game to be at.
Yeah, he was called first out of the pen, so a bit of an indication as to his ability, and he was recruited as both the pitcher and an outfielder to George Washington, though the Revolutionaries used him only as an outfielder. Some talent from the left side, one of the only left-handed pitchers to make his debut for the Tom Sox till Caden Harris and Eric Davis.
That package deal was activated on Sunday ahead of the home opener against the Woodstock River Bandits, being a 16-9 loss.
No, it was like you could tell.
But regardless, a 7-run inning was the most since last year against Harrisonburg, as the 2-0 was fought off foul near the Waynesboro bullpen dugout.
And we're talking pitching activations. You got to mention the return of Evan Allwine, recently activated today, done with his duties as a member of the Pasco Hernando State College bullpen in their run in the JUCO Division II World Series. Came to a close. Allwine active and slated to start at some point in the near future.
2-1. That one is foul. Yeah, you talk about that. They really are a powerhouse. Not only in Region 8, which is called the FCS AA, kind of like the Whoopiole in District 7 of Pennsylvania. But regardless, back to the action. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. That one is also foul to the backstop.
And again, we have more than just the Evan Allwine connection. The Tom Sox due to Pasco Hernando, Lyndon Coleman, the head baseball coach and athletic director, former skipper of the Charlottesville Tom Sox. So again, just a lot of Valley Leaguers that have played for Pasco Hernando and have contributed to those title-winning teams and national title-winning teams.
2-2. It's down low. That'll run the count full, but yeah, I mean, as we talked about, kind of staying in the Sunshine State after obviously going to FIU the year before. Looking forward to some more Evan Allwine Shove Days in the future. Looks like we'll have one on Saturday.
Potentially.
3-2. That one is also foul. The on-deck circle where stands in Lucas Ream. He was 0 for 1 today. Popped out to the shortstop, and Nick April Gath back in the second to lead off. Stewie looks to help keep this offense going. Payoff pitch. That one is over the head of the second baseman. And the first hit since the top of the first comes in the form of Christian Dewey.
That's what you get when you work at a long at-bat like Dewey just did. Kept fighting off pitches to get the one he wanted and didn't have to do too much with it. Caught the inside part of the zone, just looped it out over the second baseman's head and found his way on to first.
Now that'll bring up Lucas Ream. Ream from Shippensburg University, part of the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. First pitch to him is up high in the off speed. Also a member of the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference is Westchester, playing in the Division II World Series final. Couple of connections in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. That one is 1-1 for the Tom Sox. But now Ream steps back in. There's quite a bit of speed out there in the outfield. Jay slotted to left field, where he played back in Game 1 against Waynesboro.
He moved into center in that game against Culpeper, and then Woodstock, Purcellville, and today it's been Tanner Crater.
Now it's Kai Aoki in the on-deck circle, taking over for Elijah Hurt, who was down after the ground out back in the second. As that one goes up high, 3 balls and a strike. Runner at first, 1 man out here in the bottom of the 4th. The Tom Sox trail 2-1. Here's the sun continues to go down here at Cho Airport Field. 3-1 is down low and the ball gets away. And takes off his batting equipment and heads to first. So a runner in scoring position for the Tom Sox. Kai Aoki will be the man to inherit that.
There's a promising chance for Charlottesville here. We'll have Waynesboro's pitching coach Jay Causey take a walk out onto the mound, and there is an arm warming out in the bullpen for Waynesboro. It's Jared Krause. The righty getting loose with the lefty White starting to see some trouble on the mound.
Jay Causey, one of the assistant coaches, the pitching coach here, and also back at Florida Southwestern State. We talk about those connections. There's really been fantastic to see, and getting one of the more complete rosters in all of the Valley League together helps to have those connections out in the Sunshine State. Try saying that 10 times fast.
And you look through this roster of Waynesboro, a lot of Florida Southwestern players and a lot of Florida natives at that playing for this Waynesboro team. So you kind of feel that coastal flair coming up into the Valley League, and it's worked for Waynesboro so far in this campaign. Again, a long season ahead, but certainly a more encouraging start for Waynesboro than maybe in past years.
Yeah, also the SFCBL, one of the Florida Summer Baseball Leagues. That one's down low. Also, talk about the FCSL and the SFCBL, South Florida Collegiate Baseball League. So plenty of talent coming in from that and across the Florida colleges. Also a couple from Rollins College and all the way up in Pace College out near New York. A lot of diversity of location across the Atlantic coast. Now into Aoki, the 1-0 is off the plate, 2-0.
Yeah, and a tough spot for Aoki to be in, having to replace the injured Hurt. But again, guy that can do it, guy that's got college baseball in his blood. You could say he was born for this.
Man from Colby College out in Maine. As the 2-0 is down low.
The coach of the University of Richmond. So again, he's been around college baseball for a long time, and now playing it.
It's been fun to see. Good baseball player, even better person. In our limited interactions we've had with him, as the 3-0 finds the zone. 3-1.
Yeah, one of the guys that's earliest into the batting cages, typically a lot getting some extra practice in. He, Tanner Crater, and Lucas Ream, the first 3 in today.
And we were singing the praises of Crater earlier and also post-game. A couple of standout guys off the field for the Tom Sox as the 3-1 does find the zone. And count goes full.
Yeah, White's locating that breaking ball, but it is starting to catch a lot of the plate, so an opportunity for the Tom Sox hitters to do some damage if they choose to do so.
Aoki a chance with a payoff pitch. That one goes up high, and that will load the bases. Dom Caffarillo will be the man to step to the plate. No meeting the minds on the mound.
Number 26, Dom Caffarillo.
So now a good chance for him to rewrite his woes back in the second. Struck out looking to end the frame.
And the second mound visit of the inning indicates that'll be the end of the line for Aiden White. Loads the bases, and Waynesboro will look for a lifeline in the bottom of the 4th.
We'll have the name and numbers on the new man on the mound when we come back here on Tom Sox TV.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches in our annual summer camps. It's a chance for kids ages 6 to 12 to learn.
New man on the mound for the Waynesboro Generals is in the form of right-hander Jared Krause. Krause so far this year has one appearance back on May 30th against the Covington Lumberjacks. It's a 12-8 win, and he was credited with it at that. Had 1 1/3 innings, and through that he had 1 hit, no earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. And now turns the page over to another road game. And a tough spot indeed. Another runners currently will be credited to him as per the pitching change. As now the first pitch, swung on a miss by way of Dom Caffarillo. Struck out looking back in the second to end the inning. Was a 1-2-3 frame for the Tom Sox, the first and only so far in this game for Charlottesville. Bases are loaded here with 1 out. And that one's going to hit him. Got a piece of Caffarillo. We're all tied up here at Joe Airport Field.
Brian, I was about to say the name of the game was for Caffarillo to try and put this ball in play, but hey, when a pitcher runs inside and you have the opportunity to wear it for a run, you take it. That's all Dom Caffarillo has to do to tie this game up. Danger still looming for Krause here. He's going to have to work through 2 lefty batters here as a righty pitcher to try and avoid any further runs on the board for Charlottesville.
Speaking of getting on base, here comes in Xavier McCurry. First pitch runs inside. It's 1-0. And we talk about that. He also got on base in his lone plate appearance. A walk to lead off the top of the third. Ended up getting left stranded at second. Looking to keep the line moving for the Tom Sox. Tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. That one locates. Even up the count at 1-1. Not exactly deuces wild. I guess you could call them singles wild, aces wild. Whatever suits your fancy. Now the pitch. Off the plate and up high. 2 balls and a strike. Tom Sox looking for the lead here. Might just have to rely on taking a whole lot of pitches. Did not lead at all in the loss to Purcellville yesterday. It was a 2-1. Is chopped right back up the middle. No play. 1 run's going to score. Another one being waved home. The throw to the plate is cut off. A 2 RBI single. And it's now 4-2 Tom Sox here in the bottom of the 4th.
And McCory had some tough plays defensively, but no better way to make up for it than to knock in 2 runs yourself on a single. April Gath had a chance up the middle, but that one took a dastardly hop right past him. And Crater still has an opportunity to keep this one going for Charlottesville.
Tanner Crater, the on-base man, he's 1 for 2 today. Flew out to center in his last plate appearance last inning. First pitch he sees is down low. It's 1-0. Good comms from the pitching coach, McCoy Tomlin, saying hit the ball.
Always great to hear Coy. Love having him around the ballpark and his energy, consistently helping everyone and anyone that he can talk to.
1-0. It's down low and the ball gets away. There will be no play, no runners advance. You got to think, after a couple balls not being put in play and then that single, you got to think the runners are getting a little jittery, trying to come home themselves.
You know what I think could be the key to Charlottesville's success at the plate today, Brian?
What do you think?
Coy Tomlin was in the cage taking batting practice prior to the game today. Had a couple of nice knocks and actually knocked a home run. Wanted the Yankees homer song to play at every swing he took during batting practice. That was fun to be in the cage and witness for Coach Coy.
As that one is up to April Gath, redemption opportunity as it goes to second on to first in time. So that'll end our conversation just for now. But the Tom Sox retake the lead. It's now 4-2 as we head to the top of the fifth. Waynesboro looking to cut into it. We'll be right back here on Tom Sox TV.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer.
Eric Davis back in for his second inning of work. The southpaw doing a scoreless frame back of the fourth. We're here in the top of the fifth. It'll be my last half inning before we turn it over to our SID, Luke Stefanisco. And has been great work from him so far today.
I'm selling yourself short, Portney. You've been excellent tonight.
As lights come on here in the press box, first pitch is in there for a strike on the outer half. But no, I'm just saying it's been a good broadcast. And now the 0-1 is down low. Being the emergency backup goalie for our guy back home, Matthew Becker, we wish he may get well soon. The 1-1 is up in the air. Right fielder comes in, and Guy Aoki makes the first out, makes the catch, and there's one away.
This is a much different Eric Davis than the one we saw on Sunday. A lot more composed. He's been there, so to speak. He's had an appearance at the level like this, and you can definitely see the improvement from Sunday to Thursday in the way he approaches at-bats on the mound.
Absolutely, you can see that. Just have to wonder what his range will be. His first pitch is in there for a strike. They're doing some good stuff on that breaking ball.
You have to expect you could see both Anthony Mancini and Caden Harris at a point in this ball game. Both guys, Mancini newly activated, Harris obviously pitched with Davis on Sunday.
That one also in there. The ball is 2 strikes to Bryce Abbott. 1 for 2 today, had that single and came around to score back in the top of the third. It was a 2-run inning for the Generals. But now he faces an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss on the 0-2. That's his second punch out of the day.
How about that from Davis, dialing up the fastball against a righty on an 0-2 count and getting the swing and miss, or at least the foul tip and miss into the glove. But give him a swing and miss on that. That's a good pitch from a young guy to challenge a veteran hitter in Abbott. That's the result you want.
As the next one gets over the head of the shortstop in McCory. Now one pitch single for Robbie Dimitri, who's now 1 for 2 on the day. Well, 2-out magic from the Generals, looking to get some of this back. Tom Sox lead 4-2.
Yeah, and the Dimitri brothers were a big thorn in the side of the Tom Sox in Game 1. Obviously, Robbie's brother Matthew Dimitri won a couple shutout innings in relief.
Throw back to first. Corral by Lansness. And the runner in Dimitri back in safe. And Sam Guth to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Another throw back, and back in safely
Now batting number
is Robbie
25,
Dimitri.
Sam Guth.
Guth also struck out back in the second. And is looking for his pop to the ball today. First pitch misses. Sam Guth back in that Game 1. Went 0 for 2, but got on base 3 times, 2 via the walk. In that season opener, another throwback to first in Dimitri. Robbie Dimitri at Florida Southwestern State. Had 6 stolen bases, 1-0 off the plate. 6 foot 210 from Longwood, Florida, not to be confused with the University in Virginia. Longwood. A couple of players have also been. 2-0. Outside, 3-0. Looks to get you back in it. Also attended UCF. Appeared in 5 games before going down to Cypress Lake. And hitting for the Bucks. 3-0. Finds the lower half. It's 3 balls and a strike. 2 men gone here in the top of the 5th. Tom Sox with a 4-2 lead. 3-1. Off the plate. Drops the bat is Guth, and his first on base of the day is via the walk. It's now a quick mound visit from the catcher and Dob Caffarillo. Derek Davis still a bit of a better outing from this time around.
That's what you wanted at Caffarillo right here. Again, a veteran guy who's caught games at the collegiate level, going out and talking to your young pitcher who's found himself in a bit of a difficult spot. Still, 2 outs. Davis can get out of it with 1 pitch. That's all I think Caffarillo probably needed to tell him.
Steps back into the righty batter's box. It's Hunter Wallace. He's working on an 0 for 2 day. Both of his plate appearances being ground outs. A 4-3 put out back in the 4th. Was the first man to face Eric Davis. But now with 2 outs, runners at first and second. The 1-0 up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Tom Sox lead 4-2. And this looks to be a mid-count mound visit, and well, with Randy Tomlin out, this might be the finisher. Some slight stretching and tossing in that Tom Sox bullpen, but the invisible gate has not yet opened out in right field. And it will stay that way. Normally it's the pitching coach and Will Pearson, but I feel like you'd want to take the word better of a man who's been in the major leagues for quite some time, in Randy Tomlin.
We spoke to former Sox pitching coach Chris Glaze yesterday, and he described being pitching coach for Randy Tomlin as very easy for a guy that pitched in the major leagues. Decades worth of experience for Tomlin.
As a drive into left, it will get down into the gap. One run is in. And a stand-up double for Hunter Wallace.
Now, Brian, Crater's throw from center field went into the Waynesboro dugout. That means that both Dimitri and Guth will score, and this game is tied.
Very quickly going right back to that, and tough go of it. So now it's a tie ball game.
Now batting number 8, Aiden Ottavino.
Ruled it a second baseman
A throwing error by center fielder.
E8. So now they'll bring up Aiden Ottavino. Has not had a plate appearance so far today, but he's got on base twice via the error. Straight up shift, but a big enough gap between 4 and 6. So now it's 2 balls and no strikes to Ottavino. .2-0 is fouled off. Here's another player coming from that pipeline. We'll talk about the recruiting pipeline of Florida Southwestern, also Mount St. Mary's, really all across. And see a couple Valley Leaguers in the down in the uniform, as that is a drive into right, going back, and that ball is off the bottom of the wall. So now another run is in. Waynesboro takes a 5-4 lead.
That's a big swing left on left from Ottavino. Nice piece. Tough to conquer the wall out there in right center field. It goes back to 385 feet. But a very nice swing to put it off of the wall and give your team the lead.
So Waynesboro responds with 3 of their own after the Charlottesville 3 spot. And this will look to be the end of the line for Eric Davis. Probably was left out there a bit later than expected. But a good start to the outing for him regardless. And well, the name of the numbers on the new guy when we come back here on Top Sox TV. 2 outs.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference.
Caden Harris, the new man on the mound for the Tom Sox here in the top of the 5th. Looking to clean up the mess, as after that being a back-to-back RBI doubles to end Eric Davis's outing. Caden Harris from UVA Wise in his 1 outing so far this season, 2/3 of an inning. No strikeouts, 3 walks, and 5 earned runs. Also pitched at UVA Wise this year. 7 games, no starts, so 1-0 record. And 7 1/3. Also had 7 strikeouts.
Yeah, Harris has improved a lot since his last season in Charlottesville. You saw the velo tick up in Game 1, touched as high as 88 or 89 in his first appearance of the season. Command wasn't there, and that was an issue that plagued him last season in Charlottesville, but if he's able to find the zone, his stuff is tough to hit from the left side when he's able to move it well.
final numbers on Eric Davis, 1 2/3 innings pitched. Had 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no walks. And now that will bring up the bottom of the order in Kealo Smith. 1 for 2 today with a single back in the 4th. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Struck out back in the 2nd. There's another off rat and miss. So Tom Sox look to keep content with just a 1-run deficit. 0-1. Almost runs inside. Ties up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Kealo Smith, obviously one of the Valley Leaguers that's heavy on the minds of one Luke Stefanisco from last year. 1-1 misses, 2-1.
Yeah, Smith was one of the guys that was on that playoff roster for Waynesboro, a local-ish player at VMI, so very familiar with Ben Cardone at second. One of the guys I remembered from that playoff run. Waynesboro fell to Charlottesville in Game 1.
It looks 2-1. Corralled by Caffarillo, but it's 3 balls and a strike. You talked about the series history. That was part of that big run for the Tom Sox. Overall, Tom Sox are 38-28 against Waynesboro all time. One of the best all-time series records for the Tom Sox of any opponent. 22-12 against Waynesboro at home all time. 3-1. Runs inside. Throw the bat is Kealo Smith. Make runners at first and second for the top of the order in April Gath.
This is not the guy you want to face right now in an inning where Waynesboro has already plated 3. A guy that can plate a couple more with 1 swing. One of the best hitters in the Valley League in the early stage.
Some good 2-out hitting for the Waynesboro Generals, but April Gath steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 today so far already. First pitch almost at the hands, 1 ball, no strikes. Grounded out back in the 4th. Also had a single, came around to score back at the top of the 3rd. Struck out swinging back in the 1st to lead off the game. Runners at first and second, the 1-0 is in there for a strike to even up the count. Runners at first and second, 2 out here in the top of the 5th. Waynesboro looking to improve to 5-0. Tom Sox looking for its first win of 2026. The 1-1. Cannot find the zone. It's 2 balls and a strike.
And that breaking ball from Harris is a big bender. It will work top down, try and hit the top of that zone at points. That one a little too high from Harris, but he's capable of scratching the top of the surface and getting the call.
So now in comes 2-1. Runs inside again. Has to back up. It's April Gath. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. Already 2 walks here in the inning. Tom Sox looking to limit the damage. .31 is in there for a strike. Harris 1 pitch away from getting out of the jam.
Generals will be able to get both their runners in motion here, though, so for April Gath, that's an advantage to maybe bringing in 2 instead of 1 with the base hit here.
Runners at first and second, 2 out here. And top of the 5th. Payoff pitch. That is a high hop in the middle infield, but a nice play. And throw to first is off the bag and off the glove, and 1 run scores. And the ball gets away again off the throw. 2 runs score. And it's now 7-4, a 6-run, 5-run inning for the Waynesboro Generals.
I think that might be one of the wildest plays I've ever seen, Brian. Ball that hits the mound, bounces up, is playable for McCory, but he can't make a clean throw over to first. And you get Kealo Smith caught in a jam between third and home. The throw home hits Dom Caffarillo's helmet and goes to the backstop, allows Smith to score. Good luck, Chris. Good luck is all I have to say.
A tough go, but now I'm just going to put a question mark in my scorebook for now. Wait for the official rolling. Check swing up to McCollum. Stays fair, fire on to first. They'll say it was foul. They'll say it stays foul. Looks like McCollum must have stepped outside of the third base line. So now Christian Knight will have another chance at it. He's 0 for 2 today, had a walk back in the first. Was 90 feet away from scoring and was left stranded. Actually advanced to third on a wild pitch. Now he steps back into the lefty batter's box. 0-1. And that one is played right back up. And a throw to first. This time it is in time. McCory makes a nice play. And a little split on the step from Tommy Lansness has a 5-run frame for the Waynesboro Generals. Turns this game over to Luke Stefanisco. I'll be on color for the rest of the way. Tom Sox trail 7-4, and they'll be up to bat when we come back.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches in our annual summer camps. It's a chance for kids ages 6 to 12 to learn from the past, present, and future of baseball. Find more information and sign up at tomsox.org/summercamp.
Waynesboro takes the lead in the top of the fifth. It's a 7-4 ball game here in Charlottesville. Luke Stefanisco and Brian Portney on the call right here on Tom Sox TV. Ben Cardone will lead it off after Charlottesville surrendered 5 runs to the Generals. One of the hottest offenses in the Valley Baseball League. You can't afford to give them opportunities like the Sox defense did in that half inning.
Yeah, I mean, overall now, the tally goes up to, on the day, still 4 errors for the Tom Sox. I'm sure the actual tally is a bit higher.
Cardone grounds it over to third, scooped out there by Dimitri. Throw on to Abbott at first in time for the first out, and that's the plays Charlottesville has had trouble making. Waynesboro's made them quite successfully, and that's why they're in position and in control of this game.
Yeah, it was just a good play from the left side of the infield.
Tommy Lansness, the lefty, into the batter's box. Lansness 0 for 1 today with a walk back in the first and a line out in the third inning. He takes a first pitch fastball for a strike from the righty on the mound, and new pitcher for Waynesboro, Kevin Szymanski. The Irmo, South Carolina native in College of Charleston, redshirt junior. Delivers another fastball in for a strike to Lansness. It's 0-2.
Now quickly going for Tommy Lansness, who had 2 strikeouts against Purcellville yesterday. Was also at the 3 spot in the lineup.
Szymanski out of the windup. Kicks and delivers the 0-2. Breaking ball, wave and a miss from Lansness. And that's quickly out number 2. Szymanski keeping things red hot for the Generals. 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, working quick, and it's definitely a huge momentum boost for Waynesboro. Something to definitely need, but now here's a redemption shot for McCollum.
McCollum will try to be the 2-out extender here in the bottom of the inning. First pitch to him, he taps it foul over towards the Waynesboro on-deck circle. It's 0-1.
Yeah, McCollum 0 for 2 today. He had popped out back in the first and had a ground out back in the 4th.
Grayson, one of a couple of Kennesaw State players on the Tom Sox roster, played a lot for the Owls this season. Swings and misses at the bender from Szymanski for strike 2. Of the Kennesaw State players, the only one that saw significant time. Sam Summerlin worked a redshirt season, and Nolan Bethel very limited on the mound. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball over towards the hole. April Gath gets up to it and makes the grab. Throw across to Abbott. It's a 1-2-3 inning out of the bullpen for Kevin Szymanski, and he preserves the lead at 3 for the Generals. 7-4 after 5 full here in Charlottesville. We'll take a break and be back with more baseball here on Tom Sox TV.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches.
Caden Harrison for his second full inning of work here in Charlottesville. Waynesboro leading 7-4 over the Tom Sox. And Brian, it's not been the finest day in the field for the Tom Sox, but they're still in this ball game, and a good opportunity still exists if they're able to work through these next few innings relatively damage-free and get the Charlottesville bats that have had some success today back in the plate.
I mean, they've had 3 damage-free innings before. I think right as you came back in, I think one of the pitches ended up coming into the crowd mic.
It did, and now Caden Harris will try to settle in. For his first pitch here in the 6th inning. Grounder over to third. McCullum up on it. Across the diamond throw to Lansness in time for a quick first out. As Robbie Dimitri goes down. Nope, that's Jake Mueller down for the first out. Scorebook a little confusing after Waynesboro brought all 9 batters to the plate last half inning. And Bryce Abbott will step in now for his first at-bat here in the top of the 6th.
I mean, if you're the Tom Sox, you'll take that. You know, just 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out.
Lefty Harris ready on the slab. First pitch to Abbott, down in the dirt for a ball.
Yeah, so far on the day, he's working on a 1-for-3 outing and a single, and came back around to score back in the third.
Harris, deep breath on the slab. 1-0 pitch. Runs inside off the glove of Caffarillo. And it's 2 balls, no strikes.
Deceiving look there. Almost looked like it actually went off the foot there, Babbitt.
Harris has worked inside a lot early in this outing to navigate through some tough waters here for Charlottesville. 2-0 pitch to Abbott. That's a nice breaking ball in for a strike.
Good to work it back in so far in his outing. Don't believe he's got a punch out to his name.
Harris ready. Here's his 2-1 pitch. Another breaking ball. That one just a little bit too high and above the black, and it's a 3-1 count to the first baseman, Abbott.
Out quickly, 3-1. Has to find a way to get back into this one. Still 1 walk on the ledger.
1 for 3 today is Abbott. Single back in the third inning. And he'll find his way on for the second time today via a walk. As Caden Harris sends him to first on 5 pitches. Gives the Generals a base runner in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, I mean, just has to find a way to locate the zone. I know he's trying to go down, and he's not really missing that much up, but just has to find a way to not hit him on the hands or go too much inside.
Robbie Dimitri into the batter's box. He's 1 for 3 as well. Reached base twice, however, courtesy of an error in that third inning, and singled in the 5th inning. 1-0 the count now to the third baseman with Bryce Abbott off of first. Abbott's already stolen a bag in this game. See if he challenges the battery of Harris and Caffarillo. Harris will throw over to Lansness to make sure Abbott's not going anywhere. 7-4 the score here. Middle innings at the show. 1-0 count. Third baseman for the Generals, Robbie Dimitri in the box. 1-0 pitch to him. Dimitri, line drive, well foul on the left side.
Yeah, he's able to catch the off speed there. There's a chance he's going to be able to do the same here. And I know he's trying to overcorrect, leave it over the heart of the plate, and just got to find a way.
Harris will look over to Abbott at first. He takes his lead. 1-1 the count. 1 down. Next pitch. Runs inside and plunks Dimitri and puts 2 men on for Waynesboro. Generals have something brewing in this half inning.
They surely do. Once again, runners in scoring position.
Turn things over to Sam Guth. Guth today 0 for 2. A walk in that 5th inning where Waynesboro would score 5 total runs. Otherwise, a strikeout in the 2nd and a fly out in the 3rd. Guth the righty taking on the lefty Harris. Back-to-back free passes issued by the UVA-Y sophomore. Look back to second, comes to the plate. Breaking ball runs inside, gets away from Caffarillo up the third base line. Throw back to first, tag applied. And Dimitri will retreat safely. Traveled a little too far off of his perch. But Caffarillo's throw not able to get him out.
And sometimes he's had some of that good control, able to corral some of the pitches from the men on the mound for the Tom Sox today. Now he's just got to do his best to locate and frame.
So now 1-0 the count. Guth still in the batter's box. Harris from the stretch, breaking ball. Right down Broadway for strike 1.
It's a good way to get back in there with the breaking ball stuff. And once again, leaving stuff over the heart of the plate is not going to be what you want overall, unless it's some swing and miss stuff.
Time called as ball will find its way from the Waynesboro bullpen all the way to the backstop. Generals warming up another arm, potentially to relieve Kevin Szymanski when the time comes. 1-1 still to count between Harris and the left fielder Sam Guth. Kicks and fires. Fastball down and in. And it's a 2-1 count.
Yeah, Guth able to come around and score back in the 5th. And have a chance to do so once again, should he get on.
Righty working out in the Charlottesville bullpen. Caden Harris's day potentially nearing completion. 2-1 breaking ball down in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike. Harris in danger of loading him up.
Tom Sox have had that quite a few times so far tonight. You have to, once again, find a way to locate, maybe just paint corners, but it's a bit tough when you're going righty on righty.
Harris ready. The 3-1. Another off-speed pitch, runs it high, and he does indeed put men on all 3 bags to give Hunter Wallace a chance with the bases juiced.
Yeah, I mean, like we've seen, once again, it's just that breaking ball stuff, but overcorrects and now sends that one up high.
Well, Pearson will trot out of the dugout for a mound visit. Harris obviously in some danger here in the top of the 6th. This game's still in reach for Charlottesville. Despite all their fielding mistakes, still only 3 runs behind Waynesboro.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see that they have been staying in this one so far, but not a whole lot of stuff to play out in the infield. It's just about what you can do at the plate. I know he's missing with a lot of his breaking ball stuff, leaving a couple over the heart of the plate that really Waynesboro hasn't taken advantage of, and they haven't really needed to in this frame.
So now Wallace will get an opportunity. 3 men on the bases, 1 out. 7-4 ball game here in the top of the 6th. Waynesboro ahead of the Tom Sox. First pitch to him. Runs up high at 86 miles an hour from Harris. And Wallace puts himself ahead.
Yeah, Wallace 1 for 3, but was 0 for 2 before a double back in the 5th.
1-0 count. Harris steals. Fastball just off the outer edge. And Wallace in a good spot, 2-0 now.
Yeah, probably running up the velocity that time, but has to be able to find his pitch and just paint those corners.
2-0 now the count. Harris's next pitch, breaking ball. That time finding the top of the zone to make it 2-1.
I was talking about that get me over changeup, and as long as it's able to get him to throw strikes, get a favorable count, that's good.
Harris taking his time. 2-1 pitch off the hands, fought off by Wallace. Lensness will come to the plate. They'll get the force there. And the lead runner retired. Call it 3-1. And there's 2 down now. Nice job by Tommy Lansness to stop that run from crossing the plate.
It was a smart play regardless. I mean, by the time that he would have tried to change his momentum and throw to first, I mean, that runner could be in safely, and that's a 50-50. Meanwhile, you just go home. Catcher and Caffarello is able to step on the bag, and it keeps the deficit at 3.
So Waynesboro's coach Mike Galino will give some extra words of advice to his hitter, Aiden Ottavino, before he will battle with Caden Harris with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Waynesboro looking to avoid stranding the bases loaded.
Yeah, Ottavino's really been a dangerous bat with the hard contact, inducing those 2 errors and then getting that double. And in the fifth. So, I mean, he's got on every single time.
Left on left. Fresh count. Harris's first offering. Grounded right back up the middle, past McCory and into center field. 1 run scores. Here comes 2. Throw gets away from the cutoff and gets away from Harris. And so allows Hunter Wallace to advance to third. Robbie Dimitri and Sam Guth score, and it's 9-4 Generals.
Well, what comes up must come down. I mean, you talked about that was just a rough go of it after what could have just been a simple RBI double ends up turning into, or what could have just been a regular RBI single ends up being that and a little bit more. Now it's 9-4.
Kealo Smith will get an opportunity with 2 down. Runners on the corners for the Generals. The lefty Harris will throw over to first, trying to keep Ottavino from advancing and forcing a throw to second on a steal attempt. Oh, 0 the count. Harris will come to the plate. First pitch to Kealo Smith. Runner goes. Caffarillo's throw to second. In time.
The run does not score.
The run does not score as Caffarillo got Ottavino before he could get to second and before Hunter Wallace could come across the plate. But regardless, Waynesboro still scores 2 on the RBI single from Aiden Ottavino. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 9-4 is your score here in Charlottesville.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
Waynesboro will go to Trent Shields here in the bottom of the 6th inning after they tallied 2 more on Tom Sox reliever Caden Harris to make it 9-4. And Charlottesville, again, a lot of self-inflicted wounds in this ball game. But Waynesboro beat them cleanly the last half inning.
Yeah, I mean, also just another error there. It's another thing that just ends up hurting the Tom Sox. Ends up going from what could be an 8-4 ball game to a 9-4 ball game, and it doesn't seem like a big difference, but ends up being that. But now still a whole lot of baseball left. There's the rest of the game set to go.
Christian Dewey will lead it off, followed by Lucas Ream and Kai Aoki here in the 6th inning. Trent Shields delivers in a first pitch fastball on the outside half for a ball. Shields, the 6-foot-tall, 170-pound redshirt junior from St. Thomas in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Goes off speed that time, in for a call and strike to Dewey.
Yeah, Dewey again came around to score back in the 4th. Got the party started on a single with 1 away.
1-1 pitch from the righty Shields. Dewey watches it sail up high to make it 2 balls, 1 strike. Dewey was first run to score yesterday against Purcellville. Worked his way on via hit by pitch, then came around to score on a passed ball. 2-1-2, and he grounds this one over to second on the run. Wallace gets it over to Abbott for the first out.
Once again, I mean, Waynesboro making a couple of good plays out there in the middle infield. Obviously, we talked about Grace McCollum getting that good throw to first to, one pitch, one swing out, one out, and flipping over to the bottom of the sixth. Again, another good play Waynesboro will take.
Now it's the big righty, Lucas Ream. 0 for 1 today with a pop out and a walk. First pitch heater will miss just outside from Shields. Ream goes ahead 1-0. Shields ready with his next pitch to Ream. It's a breaking ball that'll bend well outside the zone. 2 balls and no strikes to the left fielder.
Yeah, you could tell he was trying to work glove side, and it seems like he almost kind of spiked that one.
That one runs well inside and catches Ream on the inner chest, and he's in some pain as the heater caught him in a bad spot. He'll give the Tom Sox a base runner as he seems to want to head down to first. He waves off any extra help. He looks to kickstart things for the Sox here in the 6th inning.
That's what we call an overcorrection right there. Especially after kind of bending that outside, he tries to go with the arm side and unfortunately punishes the pitcher. But, I mean, the Tom Sox will take anybody on base right now, just try and ignite a rally here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now it's Kai Aoki, who entered after the injury to Eli Hurt. Aoki grounds this one back up to short. April Gath will instead go to first, opting to not turn the double play as he gets 1 out. That allows Ream to advance to second. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. An opportunity for Caffarillo.
Now runner in scoring position, and Tom Sox with 2 outs still. I mean, they aren't capable of having those 2-out rallies. But, I mean, so far here in the game, the Tom Sox 0 for 4.
2 outs. Dom Caffarillo into the box. Catcher is 0 for 1 today, hit by pitch and a strikeout. Shields will start this at-bat off right with the called strike.
And Caffarillo had that looking strikeout back in the 2nd.
Ream off of second. Shields gives him a look, comes to the plate. Bender on the outside. It's 1-1. Couple innings left. Charlottesville still in search of their first victory of the new year. 0-4. Waynesboro on the contrary, 4-0. Caffarillo fights it off into center field. Kealo Smith will make the catch just in right center field for the 3rd out. And Charlottesville strands a runner on second base. Waynesboro another 0 on the scoreboard. They lead at 9-4 after 6. We'll head to the 7th. Charlottesville trailing here on Tom Sox TV.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer.
9-1-2 due up for Waynesboro here in the away half of the 7th inning. Waynesboro leading at 9-4 over Charlottesville. Caden Harris looked to try and bounce back after he was tagged for 2 runs last half inning by the Generals. And Waynesboro continuing the theme of offensive success early on in this season. They've already tallied 9 runs, still a couple innings to go. They're looking to add on.
Yeah, I mean, taking advantage of the errors by the Tom Sox today, but also 9 runs on 9 hits. So it's really been a balanced attack of waiting for the right one and then just attacking when they have it.
Callow Smith in the batter's box. He's followed by the 1-2 hitter, Nick April Gath and Christian Knight. Smith will take a fastball up high for ball 1.
Yeah, I mean, he really likes the fastball and the breaking ball. But once again, it's really been something that the Tom Sox to follow all year is location.
Harris's second pitch to Callow Smith swung on and missed for strike 1 to make it 1-1. Harris was graduated high schooler from Fluvanna County High School when he pitched in the Valley Baseball League Championship Series last year for Charlottesville. Now with a year of D2 pitching experience at UVA Wise under his belt. A new man on the mound for the Tom Sox. 1-1 in the dirt. Smith checks swing, appealed to first. And they'll say he held up to make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Harris will look to avoid surrendering a leadoff base runner for Waynesboro to turn it over to the top of their order, do some more damage. Bender dips just a little too far inside, and now 3-1 the count.
Overcorrects with the glove side that time, but yeah, as we were talking about painting corners, just finding he's somehow sometimes found success in the lower half.
3-1. Fastball caught the outside edge to run the count full.
Well, there you go. So it said now, big spot looking to put it away.
Smith and Harris locked up in a battle to begin this 7th inning. Here's the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Harris dials it up at 86 for a swinging strike 3 and the first out of the away half of the 7th.
Yeah, his first strikeout of the outing, and got to get a good early jump on the inning. And that's how he dials it up.
So now back to 1-2. Nick April Gath followed by Christian Knight. April Gath, he's 2 for 4 today. 2 singles on the ledger for the shortstop. Breaking ball, once again a little too far inside. And it's a 1-0 count.
Yeah, April Gath, 2 for 4 today with a single back of the 5th.
Another bender from Harris, that time touching the shoot tops of April Gath. And he's in a good hitter's count, 2-0.
I'd say this is a golden pitch if you watch this go away. No green light on 3-0.
Harris kicks and fires up high. Like you said, Brian, now 3-0. April Gath might be getting the tick sign from his coaching staff.
I would imagine so, and so far they've been on the hook for taking 5 walks.
Here's the 3-0 from Harris. Fastball just off the outer edge. And it's a 4-pitch walk for Nick April Gath and a base runner for Waynesboro.
And make that number 6 on the day. First of the inning.
Now batting number 38.
That will give Harris a left-on-left matchup against Christian Knight. McCory and Cardone at double play depth up the middle. McCullum and Lansness in their regular spots. One out. Harris will throw over to first. April Gath has to retreat to the bag, and he does so in time.
Randy Tomlin going out to the Tom Sox bullpen to probably give out signals and tell who's going to be the next on the bump as it is approaching soon.
Here's the first pitch tonight. Fastball, got it on the spot, and it's a strike.
It's able to work the glove side better when it's a lefty on lefty matchup. It's arm side, you're worried about hitting him.
Knight reached base in the first inning and hasn't found his way on since then. He'll go the other way down the left field line, but it'll bend well foul right into the general bullpen.
Now, a chance for a double play, which have not seen tonight from this Tom Sock defense. But did see it once yesterday against Purcellville.
Before the 0-2, Harris will toss over to first. Make sure April Gath knows he's on his mind.
Have to keep him honest out there, because they did see at least 2 double steals yesterday from the Cannons.
Here's the 0-2 from Harris. April Gath stays put. It's a breaking ball. That'll slide a little too far outside. And it's 1-2.
Got a head start on the count, and so I got 1 strikeout so far, and that was leading off the inning, looking for number 2 or maybe even a double play ball.
Harris ready. His 1-2. April Gath takes off. Swing and a miss. Caffarillo can't glove it cleanly. And April Gath will get to second base. Christian Knight, however, down on the punch out.
Yeah, I call that a Pyrrhic victory for Caden Harris and company. I mean, you get a strikeout back, it's a drop third strike, you get the tag, but that takes away from the throw.
Ryan Archer will step in as a pinch hitter for Jake Mueller. He represents an opportunity for Waynesboro to push their tally to double digits. Nick April Gath in scoring position at second. Archer from George Washington University. Many of his fellow teammates playing for the Sox as well. Caden Harris welcomes him to the game with a heater high and tight for a ball.
A little bit of chin music. But, I mean, yeah, coming in from Midlothian, Virginia. A lot of Virginia talent in this Virginia-based league.
1-0 now with April Gath off of second. Harris looks him back. Comes to the plate. Another heater too high at 84. And it's a 2-0 count.
Well, now that he's kind of established the strike zone, he can have an opportunity to find a way to pound it.
2 outs. Caden Harris fires in the 2-0. Breaking ball just upstairs, and it's 3-0.
I think he's worried about if he laces one down the heart of the plate, he's going to catch a piece of it.
3-0 the count. Lefty Harris throws a get-me-over fastball for a called strike.
Nothing wrong with going back to the heater, especially trying to make sure you get that base filled at first, and now you got to force 3 bases.
On the 3-1, Harris will deliver. Pitch that'll miss outside. So 2 runners on for the Generals here in the top of the 7th inning. They'll get their cleanup man, Bryce Abbott, an opportunity, but before Abbott will come to the plate. Randy Tomlin will say no thank you and make a call to the bullpen. We'll be right back on the other side of this pitching change. Talk about the new arm on the mound for the Tom Sox. Stay tuned right here on Tom Sox TV.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches in our annual summer camps. It's a chance for kids ages 6 to 12 to learn from the past, present, and future of baseball. Find more information and sign up at tomsox.org/summer.
Sam Summerlin, not a pitcher by trade, but he will be asked to do the job here in the top of the 7th inning. 2 runners on for the Generals at second and first. He'll face the cleanup hitter, Bryce Abbott. And the righty delivers a pitch at 66 miles an hour for a ball to the first baseman in Abbott.
Yeah, I mean, it at least is kind of helping him expand his palate after a limited spring.
Another one at 66, Mr. Consistent gets a foul ball for strike one. Summerlin caught yesterday. Out today, asked to do the inverse of catching, to be the man on the mound. Is 1-1 pitch to Abbott, a little elevated, and it's 2-1. Charlottesville threw 3 traditional pitchers today, turning to one of their catchers in Summerlin to get the job done maybe the rest of the way. We'll go to the 69-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 2 to even up the count with 2 down here in the top of the 7th.
Dialing up the heat right there.
So Summerlin 1 strike away. Waves off the sign at the plate. And here's his 2-2. Dials that one up to 72 miles an hour, but he misses high and runs the count full.
Oh. Big payoff pitcher.
Runners will be in motion with 2 down here in the away half of the 7th. 2-2 pitch, and Abbott golfs it to deep left field. Crater on the run, and that one is off the wall. Ream fields it. 2 runners score. Abbott into second, and it's a 2 RBI double for Bryce Abbott to make it 11-4 Waynesboro.
Still pretty deep to the outfield fences. It's about, I'm going to say that's 345 or something like that out in the left center gap. So it's a bit tough, especially with a wood bat, to get out of there. But still, big 2 RBI double. Now it's 11-4.
Summerlin gets a rude welcome to the ball game. 2 runs across for the Generals. Fastball on the outer edge at 70 for a called strike. And he's ahead 0-1 to Robbie Dimitri.
Yeah, Dimitri so far in the game has gotten on all but 1 time. Grounded out back in the first. And
there's another pitch in for a swing and a miss. And Summerlin quickly ahead 0-2.
yeah, he has since reached on an error back in the 3rd. Then a single and a hit by pitch in the 5th and 6th, respectively.
On an 0-2 count, Summerlin's pitch. High and tight. That one is fastest of the day so far at 75. It makes the count 1-2.
Talk about high heater.
Look back to second. Summerlin kicks, comes to the plate. This one right back up the middle. And Robbie Dimitri gets himself a base knock. Bryce Abbott gets the windmill around third. Throw from Crater on a hop, close but not in time. And it's 12-4 Generals. Waynesboro starting to open this one up in the late stages.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just what happens when you're leaving stuff over the heart of the plate. And it is, once again, a tough go. And, I mean, you bring up Sam Guthrie, who's gotten on twice via the walk, has a chance to do it again. He's had 2 runs already today. That was in the 5th and 6th.
Guth into the box against the position player Summerlin. First pitch to him at 72 up high.
Looks like he's just missing up high a lot. But still delivering the fastball.
So Dimitri off of first. We'll see if he might take off. He'll hold up. Summerlin will miss down and away. 2-0 the count.
Almost close to the top of the zone and just misses up high. Now it's 3 balls, no strikes.
So Summerlin looking to find the zone here on a 3-0 count. And he will not do so. He'll issue a walk to Sam Guth. Now there's 2 men on for Hunter Wallace.
Yeah, I mean, Sam versus Sam. Sam wins.
Two men on. Summerlin will try to find the third out. 0-0 pitch. Wallace will tap this one right back to the mound. Summerlin up with it onto Lensness in time for the third and final out. So Sam Summerlin allows the 3 runners to score, but stops the bleeding there. It's 12-4 Waynesboro after 6.5. We'll step aside, we'll stretch out, and be back with more baseball right here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches in our annual summer camps. It's a chance for kids ages 6 to 12 to learn from the past, present, and future of baseball. Find more information and sign up at tomsox.org/summercamp.
Tom Sox sent out a Roanoke pitcher early in this one, and the Generals will respond with a Roanoke pitcher here in the bottom of the 7th. Waynesboro leads at 12-4, and they'll turn to Chase Booth, the righty, out of the aforementioned Roanoke College. The senior will try and get things done for Waynesboro in a game that they've largely dominated thanks to their top-tier VBL offense that has showcased why they lead a lot of the league's best offensive stats.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those except for some of that strikeout stuff. I mean, overall just 2 strikeouts from them, from the pitching staff today.
Xavier McCory will lead it off for Charlottesville, 9-1-2. He'll be followed by Tanner Crater and Ben Cardone. Booth's first pitch to McCory is lined into left center field. Kealo Smith on the run will get under it and make the play for out number 1.
Yeah, I mean, once again, just getting some hard contact as well as some of the patience at the plate. Yeah.
Now batting number 51, Tanner Crater.
So Crater will step into the batter's box. One of the brightest spots to begin the early part of the year for Charlottesville. He's 1 for 3 today, a double in the first inning. Grounded into a 6-4-3 double play his last time up. Booth goes to a breaking ball, and he misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, Crater obviously having that double in the stolen base back in the first. He's had positive performances all across the board. It's just been this one that hasn't been to his liking for the most part.
Crater takes a heater for a called strike to even the count at 1. There's the 1-1 pitch from Booth. Crater, a big hack and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Crater looking for the big fish there, but unfortunately just offer it one outside. Kind of blew it by him.
Booth working for his first punch out. 1-2. Crater will tap this one foul. He prolongs this at-bat.
Yeah, Crater also had that double play to end the inning back in the 4th, which was a 3-run frame for the Tom Sox.
Nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2 count. The righty Booth delivers. Crater checks his swing, appeal to third. Crater in no danger. Count 2-2.
An emphatic no swing call from the third base umpire. Throwing his hands up.
So the freshman steps back into the lefty batter's box. Booth from the windup. 2-2 pitch. Crater will spoil it to stay alive.
Yeah, good job fighting within the count. So I always like to sing the praises of one former Tom Sock, Adam Sasiri, how he always did a great job at fighting off 2-strike pitches.
Sasiri was a member of the Wake Forest Demon Deacons when he played for Charlottesville, then finished up his career with a successful 1-year stint with the Penn State Nittany Lions in the first year of the Mike Gambino era, where that team made a run all the way to the Big Ten tournament final, only to fall to the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 2-2 the count. Pitch to Tanner Crater. Swing and a miss. Booth goes off speed at 82 for a swinging strike 3. He gets his second out of the inning.
The leadoff hitter for the Tom Sox tonight. He's only gotten on twice, once in the first, once in the third. And for the rest of the way, it's really been Waynesboro establishing their presence on the mound and in the infield.
There's the only Tom Sock to hit a home run here in Charlottesville this season, Ben Cardone. First pitch just caught the inside corner from Booth, and he goes ahead 0-1.
Yeah, Cardone from VMI. Also had 2 ground outs today and a fielder's choices when he reached back the third.
The 0-1 pitch from Booth. Cardone watches a breaking ball slip into the zone for strike 2.
Yeah,
Chase Booth a strike away from working a clean inning.
catches the zone on the arm side and We'll see if he brings that glove side or stays consistent.
Booth looking for a spotless frame. The 0-2 pitch. Cardone, another big hack into deep center field. Kealo Smith back on the track at the wall. He makes the catch. Cardone gave it a ride, but not enough. And Chase Booth gets out of the inning unharmed despite the blast from Cardone. Charlottesville goes down 1-2-3 in the home half of the inning. We'll head to the 8th inning. Generals out to a comfortable 8-run lead right here on Tom Sox TV.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out Tom Sox.
Sam Summerlin once again tasked with navigating through the late innings here for Charlottesville. He'll face 8-9-1 for Waynesboro. Aiden Ottavino, Kealo Smith, and Nick April Gath, a pretty competent trio of Waynesboro hitters. Summerlin throws in a pitch at 69 miles an hour for a called strike to begin the at-bat against Ottavino.
Just trying to keep the line moving here and later on. Mancini was originally slated to go in, but instead he takes the bump.
Summerlin just misses inside on the 0-1 pitch, and the count's now 1-1. Summerlin working again. Here's the next pitch, and he'll miss high. Count is 2-1. Waynesboro 2 runs away from entering Mercy Rule territory over the Sox. Summerlin goes to the slow pitch that doesn't even pick up on the radar gun. That's how slow that one came in from Summerlin. And he misses regardless, and it's 3-1. From the windup, the next pitch. Another slow pitch that'll miss inside, and it's ball 4. So Aiden Ottavino works a leadoff walk in the top of the 8th. Kealo Smith will get a chance. He'll be relieved by a pinch hitter. Now at the plate for the Generals, Ben Schechterman replacing Kealo Smith.
Ben Schechterman coming in from Eastern Michigan University, now a rising senior this upcoming year.
Schechterman will to keep the line moving against the position player Sam Summerlin. Ottavino off of first. From the stretch, Summerlin's first pitch will miss downstairs. Not a big lead at first for Ottavino. Might be staying put given the nature of this ball game. He will take off. Caffarillo's throw down to second on a hop goes wide. Ottavino snags second base.
Yeah, but I mean, quite the secondary lead there. A bit of a deceptive base running trick right there. And now it brings a runner in scoring position. And potential magic run at the plate. Because of the Valley Baseball League Mercy Rule being 10 after 7. Should it get to that point.
Schechterman ahead 2-0. Next pitch into the lefty will miss well outside, and it's 3-0.
Just got to be able to locate the zone and do some weak contact as he did to end the inning.
Summerlin will miss well inside. Second straight walk issued by the catcher. And now 2 men on for Waynesboro.
Yeah, I mean, once again, really there's not much you can do at this point. It's a position player on the mound, but he is still trying to locate the zone. There's nobody working in that Charlottesville bullpen, so he'll be the one to have to go.
April Gath takes a 68-mile-an-hour heater for strike 1 as he leads it off at the top of the order with 2 men on. Second pitch to him. Some slow speed shin music from Summerlin, and it's a 1-1 count.
April Gath, 600 on-base percentage today. A walk in his last plate appearance back in the 7th, and had a stolen base.
Off-speed pitch from Summerlin misses well high, and it's 2-1.
Also had a single back in the 3rd, single in the 5th, and then a strikeout in the 1st. Grounded out back in the 4th.
April Gath takes a big hack and pops this one up. It'll rotate back out of play, and now a 2-2 count to the shortstop.
Yeah, I got no idea where that ball hung, but I think it was on the left side. Outside the fence.
Summerlin looking for his first out of the ball game. 2-2 pitch. April Gath taps this one back up the middle. Cardone flips to McCurry. McCurry over to first, not in time. The Tom Sox will get an out on the force at second base. Runners on the corners with 1 down.
Yeah, a good go regardless. I mean, looked like a real seamless play. Just April Gath at all his speed just beat the tag.
So now Christian Knight will face the righty Summerlin. First pitch bends inside. Knight has to arch his back to avoid getting hit. And he moves ahead 1-0.
Yeah, Knight has had 2 strikeouts today. 2 other putouts and a walk.
1-0 will head into the righty batter's box. The lefty Knight not phased.
Righty on lefty matchup, so just going to try and induce a double play ball, potentially to the shortstop.
2-0 pitch. Again misses outside to make the count 3-0. There's the 3-0 pitch from Summerlin. That one on the inside for a called strike.
Brendan Dahlman working in the Tom Sox bullpen. He pitched yesterday, and quite the gem he did in his debut. 5 strikeouts in 3 innings, and the loss to Percival.
There's the 3-1, and again, missing the strike zone is Summerlin to load the bases.
He might make the call sooner than expected here. But, I mean, right now he's just still stretching and tossing for the most part, not any hard pitching just yet.
So now the base is loaded. An opportunity for Waynesboro to move into mercy rule territory. Summerlin's first pitch to Brian Archer just misses upstairs for a ball.
Instead, it looks like it'll be Simon Tesfaye. We'll get confirmation on that after this break.
Well, Randy Tomlin appears to have made the call to the bullpen. Sam Summerlin's day is done. Bases loaded with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Waynesboro 2 runs away from putting this one into mercy rule territory. We'll step aside and be back on the other end of the pitching change here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
Chase Jackson will relieve Sam Summerlin in a perilous situation with the bases loaded, only one out here in the top of the 8th inning. Jackson, the shortstop's first pitch, high and tight to Brian Archer. That makes the count 2-0.
Yeah, Chase Jackson, the new man on the mound, he was the shortstop in yesterday's game, and he lost to Purcellville 5-2.
3-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Archer had the green light. Took a big hack at the fastball from Jackson, and that makes the count 3-1.
I mean, he's moving up towards mid to high 70s in the warm-up.
And he'll miss up stairs on 77 to walk in the 13th run of the game for the Generals.
Going station to station here.
Now batting number 30, Bryce Abbott.
Bryce Abbott with an opportunity to officially put this game at the mercy of the mercy rule. Chase Jackson fires in a heater for a called strike.
Oh, breaking ball stuff there, too. Good to see from him.
Position player on the mound in Chase Jackson. Middle infielder, 79 miles an hour, misses outside.
Not too shabby.
Bases loaded for the Generals. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss from Bryce Abbott. And it's 1-2. One-two pitch. Abbott pops it up out of play, and the count remains.
Bit of a velo difference, and definitely feels like it helps. Now looking for the put-away stuff here.
1-2 once more. Swing and a miss. Gets away from Caffarillo. Runner breaks for the plate. Throw is not in time. So that's the 14th run of the game for Waynesboro. That'll require Charlottesville to score a run in the bottom of the inning to keep this one going.
Now batting number 5, Robbie Dimitri.
It was part of what we saw last year for the Tom Sox. The run rule loss in that 3-9 stretch before they ended up going to the VBL Championship Series.
First pitch swinging from Robbie Dimitri, and a first pitch pop-up on the infield. Xavier McCory will haul it in for the third out. 14-4 the score after 7.5 complete innings in Charlottesville. The Tom Sox need one to keep this game going. We'll see if they can get it on the other side of this commercial break, right here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors Sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches in our annual summer camps. It's a chance for kids ages 6 to 12 to learn from the past, present, and future.
Ryan Barks will look to lock it down for the Waynesboro Generals here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Charlottesville needing one run to try and keep this game alive as the Tom Sox will turn to a couple pinch hitters here in their order. Relieving first baseman Tommy Lansness is fellow first baseman Luke Craddock.
Also Simon Tesfaye in the on-deck circle. He'll be in place of Grayson McCollum.
Craddock with a new piece of lumber. First pitch to him, fastball that clips the outside corner for strike one.
I like the redwood bat.
Ryan Barks, the 6'3" righty sophomore from George Washington. A lot of revolutionaries across both these squads today. Craddock goes the other way into right field. Coming on is the right fielder Ottavino, but he can't make the play, and it drops in for a single. So a good start here in the bottom of the inning. Luke Craddock as a leadoff base runner, giving Simon Tesfaye a chance.
Got a little leadoff single to get a little rally going. And now with another pinch hitter, you're thinking, you know, fresh arms, fresh legs. You're going to have a fresh start. Clean slate.
It's Craddock's second hit of the year and his first non-home run hit of the season. Simon Tesfaye into the batter's box. First pitch to him, he swings and misses on.
Yeah, just chasing on something elevated, and now he's got to go back to what works.
Craddock not much of a threat on the base paths, though might be able to advance via defensive indifference if the Generals choose to do so. Tesfaye swings and misses again, and he's behind 0-2.
Well, just as a reminder, he's got no sliding mitts on, so at least doesn't look like a threat to steal base.
And an 0-2 count. Barks looks for a punch out of Tesfaye. The next pitch, swing and a miss. Got him to offer on the outside half. Tesfaye comes up with nothing and heads back to the dugout, the first strikeout victim of Barks in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, once again, just having a tough time chasing there, and you know, now it will bring up Dewey, who does have a single, came around to score back in the 4th. Give him a chance to keep the line moving.
Dewey into the lefty batter's box. As Brian mentioned, one of the few hits for the Tom Sox today. Takes a first pitch off speed for a called strike.
Yeah, I mean, so far in the day, 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors Waynesboro has given them.
Craddock represents the run that would send this to a 9th and final inning.
Only 4 free passes from Waynesboro.
Dewey taps this one back up the middle. April Gath over to second. Wallace fires on to Abbott at first. 6-4-3. And the Waynesboro Generals work out to a 5-0 start. One of the Valley League's best teams to start off the season. Waynesboro continues their impressive showing in the early stages as they take out Charlottesville 14-4 via a run rule victory, and the Tom Sox themselves will drop to 0-5 on the season, the worst start in franchise history.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a whole lot of hitting across the yard for Waynesboro as well. Bunch of errors for the Tom Sox as well, but you know, a couple of good things to dwell upon. Henry Knighton had a very good start, and you know, through 3 innings, he had 4 strikeouts, and there is still a lot in terms of the pitching room to be excited about with the games upcoming. Anthony Mancini obviously being activated today, so obviously fans can look back on this game as a loss, but there's still a lot to be developed there, and there's a lot more room to be going off of. I mean, 31 games left and still very young in the season. Tom Sox looking to get back at it as they're back here tomorrow.
That'll be it for us here on Tom Sox TV. Thanks for sticking with us. For Brian Portney, my broadcast partner, for Luke Stefanisco, for our entire crew here in the press box at Show Airport Field, we say thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Charlottesville Tom Sox baseball. Sox fall 14-4 by a run rule victory, 8 innings to the Waynesboro Generals here tonight.